Okay guys, I'm out here doing some 30-06 load testing. It's kind of an overcast day. Shooting my Savage 110 Ultralight. These are the first loads I've worked up for this. Sorry if it's a little windy out here. Got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind today. Here's how I kind of make my load charts. Just mark it 1 through 10. 150 grain Barnes TTSX, 150 grain Nosler AccuBond. These are both with 61.5 grains of reloader 17. Then I have a 61 grain reloader 17 with the TTSX and the AccuBond, both 150 grain. Then I worked my way up to this 168 grain Hornady boat tail hollow point, and then a AccuBond 165 grain, and then a 165 grain partition. And then I have 178 grain ELDMs, and then 178 grain ELD. So I'm just out here testing my loads. I'm working down from the high end with my max charge of reloader 17 with the 150 grainers, and then max loads with the 168 to 165 grains, and then max load with the 178 grain ELD matches, and then I'll reduce load even more with the TTSX 150 grainer. So yeah, so I'm going to start shooting at 100 yards, just kind of group testing, see how the rifle shoots all of these. I just shoot 3-shot groups, and then I have 2 left over after my 3-shot groups, so I can kind of use that as my kind of format for if I make more loads, if it works real well for me. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be putting each load, and I'm going to be putting down here each load and notes on it, like if I'm seeing pressure signs and that such. This is my first group at 100 yards with the 150 grain Barnes TTSX. There's 3 shots at 100 yards. Pretty dang good for my first ever group. Down here to look at my groups, let my barrel cool a little bit. This is those 165 grain partitions. Wow, it's one heck of a nostalgic load. So here's my first load of the 78 grain matches. Sorry it's so windy. Here, quite high. I'm going to try with the lower grain and see what happens. Okay guys, I'm back from the range and kind of took a look at all of my groupings. I didn't shoot 2 of my loads here. I shot this load with a hot barrel just to see how much it would open up. It really did open up with that light Sendero barrel. I just wanted to see how heat resistant that carbon barrel is from proof. Yeah, so we'll go over my loads here. My first 3-shot group at 100 yards with hand loads was this load right here. It was 61.5 grains of reloader 17 with the Barnes TTSX. 150 grain bullet. Shot lights out. I mean, there's a 3-shot group at 100 yards, max powder charge. It was close to half MOA. It was my first group with hand loads. I'm looking at that. It was a .54 inch load, and that was with a substantial jump to the lands. That's 3 shots in there. It's pretty impressive. So my second group was with the 150 grain Nosler AccuBond with 61.5 grains of reloader 17, and it shot 2.75 MOA. Not impressed at all for this high-end load. Yeah, that's 4 shots there because I thought I pulled that right one and then it just opened up to the left. Just not very impressed. I mean, those 2 were pretty impressive, but still, this type of bullet should shoot a heck of a lot better. And it had the same cartridge overall length. So on the third group I shot was with the 168 grain Hornady boat tail hollow point. And it shot alright. At 100 yards it shot a 1.74 inch group, so really not that impressive. I did start loading these out a little bit longer just to see if my rifle liked it. So shooting that at cartridge overall length of 3.35 cartridge overall length. My rifle did not really like that. It seems to be liking the jump to the lands. It did not like this heavier, sleeker bullet. So then after that I shot my number 6 load, which was 165 grain Nosler AccuBond. Once again, it did not shoot very well for the AccuBond. Not very impressed. Cartridge overall length was 3.35 inches, and it shot a 2.88 inch group. Once again, I'd shot another one after I let my barrel cool some. It just did not like this load. I don't understand it at all. Then my 5th group I shot was with the 165 grain Nosler Partition. Honestly, this is one of my most excited loads I had for. And it's my number 7 here. And 3 shots linked together, 3/4 MOA group. Great nostalgic load for the 30-06. Like, this is tried and true. People have used this to kill elk, bears, even moose. It's just a phenomenal shooting bullet. And shot a .66 with the 3.3 cartridge overall length, with it being a shorter bullet. That's what it ended up shooting. And once again, it really loved that jump to the lands. That's quite an impressive 3-shot group. I'm impressed. So after that Nosler Partition load in 165 grain, I tried out the 178 grain ELD match bullet from Hornady. I've had this shoot phenomenal out of my 308. It's shot great. But with this gun, it did not like it at all. I don't know if it's just my cartridge overall length, because I bumped it up to 3.36 cartridge overall length. But it shot a 2.03 inch group. That's not very impressive for a 100-yard shot. With this high end of a gun, you'd think that it would shoot a lot better. I'm gonna have to mess with the overall length and the jump to the lands and see if it does any better. Then after that, I shot it again with a 55.5 grain load of reloader 17, and it shot a little bit better. The cartridge overall length was the same, so I'm gonna try this 55.5 grains of reloader 17, but I'm gonna bump it back to 3.34 and see if it likes it. It shot a 1.95 inch group at 100 yards. And then after that last group, I shot the 150 grain Barnes TTSX again, but this time it was with 61.0 grains of reloader 17. My barrel was hot. I wanted to see how it would shoot once it got hot, and it opened up. And with the Sendero light barrel, it does get affected some. It shot a 2-inch group at 100 yards. It's really impressive. My grain weight right there for loader 17 is wrong. I wrote down the wrong load there, but this one was loaded out a little bit farther. It did not shoot very well. So where I'm going to go now with this is I'm going to reload that 150 grain Barnes TTSX again. I'm going to reload this load at 3.34 cartridge overall length, 61.5 grains for loader 17. This thing shot lights out. Then I'm going to reload this 165 grain nozzler partition. Again, same thing. It just shot so good. And I'd really like to try on my next load here. I'd like to try bump this 178 grain ELD match back. Put it back down to 3.34 cartridge overall length and see how it shoots and if it likes it. I'm gonna try shoot it hot. Try shoot it at 56 grains of reloader 17 and try see if I can get it to shoot. Because if I can get it to shoot, this is an impressive load. Where I live in Montana here, I'm gonna have longer shots. This is ultimately deer loads. It's gonna be a great deer load with ELDX. I know that the match is different, yes, but they shoot very, very similar. And for my longer range shots out to like 500 yards or so, I want something that's gonna just hit hard. As I was saying, I want something that's gonna hit hard and penetrate deeply, but expand kind of violently on that deer-sized game at that range. Oh, excuse my dogs here, they're kind of being loud and nosy. Let me know what you guys think, and if I should do some more practical reloading stuff with my hunting cartridges. I also have a 308, a 7mm 08, and I have some kind of cool stuff with the 7mm 08. I would like to get this load, the 150 grain Barnes TTSX, working really well. It's a heck of a bullet, and as long as you can keep that feet per second up and the impact velocity there, it will reliably expand, and it is devastating on game. I have a cousin up in Alaska that uses this exact bullet on moose up there out of a 300 Win Mag, and it is absolutely devastating. It puts those moose down like no tomorrow. But also in the same regards, I would really like to get this 165 grain partition. Yeah, it's not the most aerodynamic bullet, but to have something that's going to reliably expand and work every single time, and it's tried and true for a number of years, it's just awesome. It is a great load for the 30-06, and it's just nostalgic. It's just so cool. I would really like to take some game with it this fall, no matter if it's a deer or an elk, whatever it is, and just try to see what it's capable of. And even with the older technology, it's such a cool bullet because it's been used in 30-06 and it's taken thousands of game over the years. It's just an incredible bullet that still performs today. Enough with rambling on. I probably should get going here, and let me know what you guys think. I'm new to this and I've never done this before, made YouTube videos, and on my YouTube channel I'm going to have such a different plethora of things, between hunting, reloading, off-roading, hiking, just different experiences that not a lot of people get to do with being in the outdoors. Like, everything is going to be for outdoors. Let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments how I'm doing and if there's anything I can do better. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.